Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Silva and I'm going to go over Chapter 12, Developing Strategies for Addition and Subtraction Computation. Okay, so let's get started. What will we learn? At the end of this chapter, students will know and understand place value, addition and subtraction computational strategies. Educators will learn and know why it is so important to create an environment that will support students' use of strategies and incorporate a variety of models. Use and understand strategies for addition and subtraction with multi-digit numbers. Understand algorithm and use different methods to observe and assess ways in which students are thinking. Computational estimation and strategies for addition and subtraction. Main idea. The purpose of this chapter is to teach students computational fluency. Teaching students different strategies will enhance their overall number sense. Having students master computational strategies is a skill that will help support their mental math skills. This will be very important and vital to their success in their development. It is important to observe and assess. That way, if there are any students that are having any type of difficulty, you can easily identify it and develop new or different strategies to make sure that they are all understanding and mastering this lesson. Connecting addition and subtraction to place value. Mastering place value is important to moving forward in developing strategies in computation. It is vital that students are confident in computation that includes two-digit numbers or higher. When students are well informed of addition and subtraction problems that include two-digit numbers or higher, they are more inclined to have a better understanding of place value. When students learn and practice addition and subtraction using two-digit numbers or higher, it will help develop their understanding to place value. And this is really important because they need to master this before moving on to the next level. Having trouble. If there are students that are special needs or students that are having any type of difficulties understanding the lesson, incorporate a calculator to assist their needs. Using a calculator to help them have a better understanding is a great way to learn and challenge themselves. Now, it is important to make sure that they are not just using it to get the answers. You can make a game out of it. The text gives an example to have students pick a number and then add it to 10, but they have to guess what the answer might be. After practicing this strategy several times, they will begin to understand the concept of place value and begin to solve the problems on their own. This could be one type of strategy that you can use for students when you see that they're having a difficult time. It's okay to incorporate a calculator as long as you're using it to help them. So increase in digits as the students progress in the lesson and their understanding for place value to computation. The numbers may increase. Here we have a problem that has double-digit numbers. Now 57 has been broken down. We can see the 1 place value and the 10 place value. Understanding place value can help students with computation. Students can begin to group the numbers in order to find the solution. So we're going to go into this. So here 57, the 7 is broken down into the ones, the 5 is in the tens place value, so we know that it's 50. So we're breaking down this number to find out what the solution is when you add 57 plus 35. What does it equal? So we're breaking down the 35 as well. And we can see that the 5 is in the ones place value and the 3 is in the tens. So we know that 3 is 30. So 30 plus 7 plus 5. That's what we're doing here. And you can also use the number graph. So we know that 57 plus 35 is going to equal 92. And this is just a way of teaching students how important the place value is and how to break down the problem so that they understand it. Here to the right, they've done the same thing, just with larger numbers now. So now we have 173 plus 24, which equals 197. But how did we get that? How do we know that it's going to equal that, and how do we break it down? So here we have 173. So we know that the 3 is in the ones place value, the 7 is in the tens, and the 1 is in the hundreds. So here the cubes are representing each place value, and they did the same for 24. So this will help explain and give students visuals. Okay, 3 types of computation. So the first is direct modeling. This occurs in primary grades for addition and subtraction, and in 3rd and 4th grade for multiplication and division. Drawing and counting and using manipulatives to explain the operation is a major step to developing base 10 grouping concepts. The picture describes how modeling the numbers by using cubes to give students a visual and allowing them to count will help them understand. If a student is having a difficult time with this lesson, this model will work through the same problems that their peers are working on and help them stay on track. So sometimes actually touching something and being able to put it together and put it in the ones place value and the tens place value will help them have a better understanding until they've mastered it and moving on to mental math. Then we can work on that, but we need to master this first. So this is really important for all students. Invented strategies. These strategies begin by writing recordings, then the student can move on to mental math. If you want to make sure the student understands the problem, you can have them show you how they understand through drawing out cubes or using manipulatives. So here in the picture to the left at the bottom, there's a character writing down the problem and thinking about how to solve it. The character next to him has the ability to solve the problem mentally without needing to write down anything. The other photo has a number of problems that students can do as they are mastering their invented strategies in mental math. That is why students mastering their place value is so important, because it will help them in the long run. Invented strategies have so many benefits. Students make fewer mistakes. They develop number sense. This will assist with mental computation and estimation, and it helps students do well on standardized tests. Standard algorithm. What is an algorithm? It is when base 10 materials are used to model the steps in a problem and it shows proof that it produced the correct answer. The Common Core state standards require that students eventually have knowledge of the standard algorithm. So this is a standard algorithm for addition. Students need to understand and learn standard-based algorithms to help support them create their own strategies. So here to the bottom left, we have one standard-based algorithm for addition, and see how it's separating the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. That way students have a better understanding, and they can use this as a base. And to the right, we have a photo representing subtraction. So same applies. Here the ones are separated, and they did it by color. So the ones are in red, the tens are in blue, and the hundreds are in orange. That way students can use this as an example, and then they can create their own from there. Okay, supportive environment. Make sure that the learning environment promotes respect and security. Students should feel safe and comfortable in the classroom. Encourage students to ask questions. Give all students a chance to answer the questions. Provide students the opportunity to confirm what they know and help them enhance their ideas. Encourage group activities and make lessons interactive. Make connections to the lessons and students' experiences. So creating this type of environment will help students learn and retain all the material that was taught. When students feel supported, they are more inclined to ask questions and build their curiosity. Computational estimation, how to produce a reasonable number. Computational estimation is the ability to produce an approximate result that will work for the situation. This is stated in our text. Computational estimation requires higher level thinking. Well, why is it important? It's important because this can be used in our daily lives, like estimating the measurements of a living room to fit furniture, or estimating the quantity of something like a pack of gum. Computational estimation can show and help us understand something. For example, if we're going to the market and our budget is $30, we need to estimate items that we're going to purchase to make sure that we stay within that budget. Teaching this can be relatable to students in real-life examples. Now, language for this is also very important. Words like about and between or around are key words in estimating. When students hear these words, they'll know. Okay, ask questions and get answers. So, make sure all students understand each step before moving on. Why is this important? Are you giving students enough time to use models and work together? Are you providing enough examples and a healthy environment? What is the assessment of the class? Make sure you ask yourself these questions. And to conclude this chapter, students should understand place value. Students should understand addition and subtraction computational strategies with multiple digit numbers, and have knowledge on standard algorithm for addition and subtraction. Activity 1, this is the link to Activity 1, and this is Activity 2, rounding numbers. It's a worksheet that students can work on, and this is what I would provide for them to take home as